Hi guys, welcome back to another program. Today we're going to be talking about 7 things that helped me drop 33 pounds and get back my six pack while still eating pizza and ice cream. Now, right now I'm sitting at about 200 pounds, but it wasn't like this before. Rewind a few months back in 2024, I hit my heaviest weight to date. And it's quite embarrassing because I am a health and fitness professional and I teach my clients. So today I'm going to walk you through the exact step-by-step process and the story behind this transformation and the 7 simple things that I did to lose this 33 pounds without giving up the foods that I love. So if you do enjoy this, make sure, as always, you like, you subscribe, leave a comment or a review. That's always very helpful. Without further ado, guys, let's jump in. So a little backstory here. When it came to this, how did I end up at 233 pounds with massive love handles, out of breath, out of energy, and not feeling good in my body? Well, it was on purpose. That's right. It was actually on purpose. I set out a goal back earlier on in the year. I was 190, 195, 193 pounds, and I want to bulk up. So I want to gain muscle mass. So what I did was I went through what we would call a dirty bulk. So more of a dirty bulk, kind of happy medium. That's when you're just gaining mass to get stronger, to add on more muscle mass as quick as possible. But you're also going to be gaining a bunch of fat as well as you do it because you're not eating as clean and your calorie surplus is so much higher than your maintenance. So it's a lot of fat that you're bringing on, but also muscle mass and strength as well. So it was all planned. Okay. It was all part of the process. And I want to hit around 230 pounds. But here's the thing is that fast forward months and months and months later, this bulk, I got to that goal. I was 233 pounds and I felt terrible. I did not feel good in my body at all. I had these love handles. For those who are new here, when I first started my health and fit journey, I was actually the opposite of who I teach. I was underweight and I was super insecure. But let me tell you, feeling overweight, not feeling good, not fitting in your clothes, it's the same feeling as someone who is, especially if you're a guy, if you're a lot underweight, you're super, super skinny, and everyone looks at you like that and you don't fit in your clothes the way you want to. Your arms don't look good. They're super, super fragile looking. And you can see the ribs through your chest. That's where I was. I was actually like quite underweight. And that's how I start my journey. So I ended up the complete opposite though. I was 233 pounds. I had these love handles. I noticed my energy was worse. Walking upstairs, like I was feeling so much heavier. I could feel the actual weight on my body making an impact. And I'm only in my 20s. So this was a huge shift for me to really help me also understand my clients much, much better. So there came a turning point back in the months in 2024 where I said enough is enough. I'm going to show the world that you can truly lose fat without giving up the foods you love because I always preached it and I teach my clients it. So I was like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to show the world that it is possible. So I filmed my entire journey from day one all the way to today of me losing that weight, my cheat meals, having burgers, ice cream, the whole 9 yards to prove that you truly can lose weight without giving up the foods you love and you can easily keep it off. And honestly, it doesn't have to be hard. Ask my girlfriend. I didn't stress one bit about this weight loss. There wasn't one piece of stress. There wasn't one piece of doubt. And I definitely didn't beat myself up either, at least 90% of the time, 95% of the time. So today we'll walk through what those 7 things are that did help me make that transformation. Okay. One thing I want to let you know, the motto I go by, and this is how you're going to lose weight sustainably, is you can make drastic changes without making drastic changes in your life. Weight loss all comes down to the numbers side of things. If you want to lose weight, plain and simple, you have to eat less calories than what your body burns on a daily basis. So you have what you would call your BMR, was your basal metabolic rate. That's how many calories that your body's going to burn per day on average without doing anything at all. Then you have your TDEE, and this is your total daily energy expenditure. This is how many calories in total you burn, including exercise, movement, the whole 9 yards. If you want to figure out this formula, easiest way is just Google it or go on ChatGPT and just put in your information and it'll give you the numbers. So as long as you're in a deficit, you will lose weight. You will be losing weight. And if you do it right, you'll lose body fat. Okay. So the seven things, the very first thing I did to do this is I went from having 3 to 4 heavy meals a day to just 2 big meals a day. So before I would start my day off where I'd eat a big, massive breakfast, I'd have a lunch, another meal, and then I have my dinner. And that's how I was living my life. And when I want to start losing weight, I instantly cut down to 2 massive meals a day. So I'd fast until about 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. and then fast. I say fast with exclamation marks on my hands or with the nods on my hands because I had coffee and I had cream and honey in the morning. So I didn't have much food, but I did have those little bits. And I would have my first official meal around 12 to 1 p.m. My second meal would be anywhere between 7 p.m., we'll say around there because it could range from 6 to 9. So we'll say around 7 p.m. on average. And I just keep myself full through the day. And I cut these meals down. And within my first month, guys, I lost I think it was like 13 pounds or more. And very, very small stuff. So I just cut from 3 to 4 meals a day down to 2 meals a day. That was the first big fix that I made. And I instantly started losing weight. Best thing about this too is that I was so full the whole time because I ate the right foods, good high fiber foods, proper carbs, and also high protein. And I would have 2 meals a day, and I'd have caffeine in between those meals, except for after 3 p.m. if you want to make sure you're sleeping at night. So I'd have honey, I'd have caffeine, I'd have coffee, tea, whatever it may be to keep me full throughout my day. Okay. So that's the first thing is cut from 3 to 4 meals down to 2 meals per day. Number 2 is daily sweat and keeping in flow. So I committed to doing a daily sweat. You don't have to do this at all. My average client, they lose multiple pounds and they only work out 3 times a week on average. But I did a daily sweat. So I committed to daily sweat. Now, it wasn't necessarily the exercise that helped me lose this weight so fast. It was the feeling of the daily action of showing up for myself and committing to do something like getting a little win every single day. That's the power behind daily sweat is that it's not necessarily, yes, it's going to help you burn the extra calories, of course, but it's the feeling that you get from showing up for yourself every single day. That commitment, that grit, that daily win, you get in such a flow zone, and that makes you feel good every single day. You don't want to stop. Once you get into it, once you get a month under your belt, you don't want to mess it up. You want to keep it going. So just that daily action just helped me feel so much mentally better, so much excited to work on this journey, and it kept me in that flow, which leads me to number 3, which is winning the morning. Win the morning and you will win the day. I can't stress this enough. I switched, so I used to do evening workouts. Now I do morning workouts. There's no right or wrong. Just do what works best for you. If you want to know the optimal time, it's around 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., I believe, when your testosterone is the highest and there's the biggest gap with your cortisol levels. But do what works best for you. Anyways, for me, I start working in the morning, but the biggest thing for me is winning the morning, starting my day off super strong. Try not to click that snooze, getting right up and at it, going to the gym, working out, doing my daily morning ritual, and setting myself up for success for the day. Because here's the thing, positive actions crave positive actions. And I don't know about you guys, but before I took control of my calendar, before I got into an actual solid routine and these morning rituals, I was the type of person who would wake up 10, 15 minutes before work. My workplace, luckily, was a 5 to 10 minute drive. And I would jump out of bed, put on my work clothes. I would grab maybe a bagel and throw some butter on it, a coffee, and I'm flying to work in the morning. I'd be going so fast down my hills to drive to work that my exhaust system actually snapped off 1 or 2 times in the morning because I'd be flying down the hill hitting the bumps and my car wasn't the best at the time. So I would be flying to work and next thing you know, I'm just stressed out. I'm anxious. I don't feel good. I didn't have a proper good meal. Like it's just not a good start to the day. Right. But now I take control of the mornings. I win the mornings. I get my mindset prepared and I'm ready to rock and roll because a lot of us, to be honest, we wake up and we instantly start thinking about yesterday's problems and our past worries and doubts and fears and all this stuff starts popping up. And then we're suffering instantly 30 seconds after we wake up. And we're in a heightened state of anxiety, stress, because your cortisol levels are the highest in the morning as well already. And it's just not a good start to the day. So win the morning. Positive actions crave more positive actions. Now, the next one on the list here is we've got cutting down from eating out of the house 3 to 4 times per week to 1 to 2 times per week. You'll be surprised on how much this helps you. If you're someone who is eating out right now more than 3 times a week, so let's say 2 times on the weekend, maybe once during the week, I promise you, by just reducing that by half, cutting down to 1 time a week or so on the weekend, that cheat meal, this is what I mean by I didn't give up pizza. By doing that, you're going to save yourself so much more calories. If you think about it, let's say you eat out, that could be anywhere between 800 to 1500 calories plus. But if you have that home cooked meal, it's probably going to be around 500, maybe 600 calories. So you're actually saving yourself 600 times however many times you're eating out, right? 600 calories times, let's say if you eat out twice, that's 1200 calories right there, which is almost half a pound a week that you could also lose because it takes about 3,500 calories to burn 1 pound, which is about 500 caloric deficit per day. So those meals do add up. Those meals do add up. And the bad thing about those meals, too, the quote unquote bad, is that they're not fulfilling, right? You go eat a pizza, yeah, it tastes delicious and it's great, and we satisfy the craving, but it's not going to make you feel good, right? Your stomach doesn't feel good. You don't feel like that nutrition feeling like you would from eating a nice juicy steak, some eggs, and an apple or something like that. Like that is going to make you feel energized, ready to rock and roll. A pizza is going to make you feel like there's a lump in your stomach, and there's no like nutrients coming from it. So that's why, follow that 80-20 rule, that 90-10 rule, where if you just eat clean and well 80% of the time, you can indulge here and there. You can have those goodies. And I do it myself. I still eat pizza. I still have ice cream. It's all part of the plan. So that was a huge fix, though, is cutting down the eating out. And that helped me lose an extra, I think I lost 20 pounds my first 2 months. And those few switches there helped so much. Now, the next one on the list is cut the small stuff. So this is when you get a plateau. So let's say you're losing weight and you hit a plateau and it's been over 2 to 3 weeks since you're at this plateau. I say 2 to 3 weeks because for a lot of you ladies with your hormones and fluctuations, it happens sometimes. But also stress, high sodium, that can happen too. So cut the small stuff. The small stuff is like that bacon that you've been having with your eggs in the morning and your Greek yogurt. Cut the bacon out. It's not really needed, right? The next one is milk. So for me personally, it was oils, it was milk, and it was bacon. And cutting out those little bits of calories right there made my weight loss so much easier because those little things can add up to 200 to 300 calories a day, which is, again, almost half a pound a week, if not half a pound a week. Mind you guys, the average American consumes 300 calories worth of sugar per day. So that energy drink that you're drinking, if you just cut that out and you switch to black coffee or coffee with a little bit of cream, you're now saving yourself up to like 200 plus calories a day. Just that one switch. So this is what I mean, that you don't need to make drastic changes to get drastic results when it comes to your body, your health, and your fitness. We just need to understand how the numbers work. We need to be consistent, and we need to become that person. Okay? So that is the next one, is cutting the small stuff, especially when you hit a plateau. Just that extra 200 calories a day goes a long way. Okay? So let's move on to the next one, is removing temptations. So this is a big one. Why fight a war when you can just avoid the war? Right? Why try to fight with your willpower? Why leave those unhealthy snacks on the counter that you crave and have a challenge with? Why leave the chocolates there? You're better off to just leave them at the store, and then when you really want them, when it comes a day where you want to treat yourself, go do it. Make yourself go get them though. Don't set yourself up for failure. All right? Make it as easy as possible for yourself. Leave fruit on the counter so when you do get that craving, you can have that apple which satisfies that craving. But don't make this any harder than it has to be. So for example, if you're terrible at going to events, and you find that you eat too much, whatever it may be, Have a protein shake right before you go in a high protein meal so you're going to be kept full. Or in fact, don't even show up until after everyone's done eating. Like make it as easy as possible for yourself. Don't make it hard. Make it easy for you. And I promise it will be so much easier to lose this weight. Okay? Because if you're a sugar addict, or if you really do like carbs and you're trying to cut back and make better choices, I mean, sugar is as addicting as cocaine, basically. So it's like asking someone who, for example, is trying to quit cigarettes to leave the pack of cigs on their counter for them to see every single day, but don't smoke it. It's like you're just asking for it, right? You're just asking for it. And guys, my my power just actually went out here. So if you're watching on YouTube, that's what just happened. So make it as easy as possible. Sorry about that. If you're watching on YouTube, we just had a power outage, but we're back and we're gonna finish up this last one here for you today. So the last one on the list that has helped me lose this 33 pounds here is enjoying the process. Enjoying the process all comes down to the way you look at your fitness and your health journey. A lot of us look at this journey as like we need to punish ourselves, we need to beat ourselves up, we need to lose this weight because this certain number is so attached to us. And the truth is that we want to do this because we love ourselves, because we want the best for ourselves, because we want to take care of ourselves, because we want to feel better, we want to be those leaders, we want to be that person. And that's the reason. So every single day I wake up and I'm excited to work towards my goals. I'm excited to make improvements. I'm excited to find the challenges and the things that I'm struggling with that I can get through because I know on the other side, I'm only going to get better. And the only way to truly quit and fail is if you just give up and stop. If you refuse to quit, I promise you one thing, you will make it. You will get there because you'll find a way, right? Like the saying goes, you knock on the door long enough, eventually someone's going to open it up. So keep moving forward. Enjoy this journey. Start where you're at. Stay in your lane. Don't compare yourself to other people. Let the haters hate. They're talking behind your back because they're behind you for a reason. And focus on you and keep focused on where you're going. No more bullying yourself. Instead, picking yourself back up, holding yourself accountable, being real with yourself, and just wanting to get better and improve and actually feel better. That's what it's all about. All right, guys. So that is the training and the program for today. I really hope you did enjoy this. I hope this does help you. As you can see, you don't need to make crazy changes to get amazing results. I promise you that. You can do this as well. You got this. I'm really cheering for you. If you ever need any help, we are always here to support you. You can follow me on Instagram at coach.hayward. And I'll see you guys on the next program.